Brett Okamoto with ESPN alongside UFC light heavyweight contender Corey Anderson, who just lit up Johnny Walker at UFC 244 at Madison Square Garden. I got to be honest, Corey, I'm a little nervous standing next to you, man. It looked like when you were out there, you were ready to take on the entire world. Describe to me what happened out there at Madison Square Garden.
Exactly what you said. I'm ready to take on the entire world, and it was fireworks. You know, the lit was wick when the bell went off and it exploded on his chin. It was just a lot of hype coming into it on him. And it's like even was in the Dana meeting, and Reed Harris and a bunch of guys were bringing kids and stuff in. They was all introducing to Johnny Walker. Like, oh, this the hype. You can tell like they was pushing for him to win. You know, and I respect Reed. And they was in the business proposition. You put the money where everybody talking. You know, but it was disrespectful for a guy like me, 14 fights, and you don't even show any love to me in the media and any of your talks, anything. And they told me to my face, the needle doesn't move when you save me. Tell them the needle doesn't move now because it moved tonight. And couldn't do any better. I'm so excited.
How long have you felt like this? Is this just with the Johnny Walker fight, or do you feel like a lot of the time you spent with the UFC, perhaps you haven't gotten the respect you deserve?
No, before I lost the respect. You know, the time they was building me up, you know, I went out there and shit the bed on myself. But I felt coming off the Glover fight, that's when I didn't give me any respect. I beat Glover, and the media was like, oh, Corey beat a washed up, told Glover Teixeira. He wouldn't do it against a young guy, hype, going these new guys coming up, and I just did it. So we'll see what they say on Monday.
Mm-hmm. What do you think they'll say on Monday? You think you'll get your credit, or you think they'll say, Johnny, he was maybe overrated?
Exactly what they're going to say. They're going to say, oh, you beat a guy with 3 fights, beat Dominic Reyes, or beat Luke or Jan Blachowicz, and I already killed him. But that's the thing, people don't realize they all short-lived casuals. They see what the recent, they don't look back and realize I beat those guys already. Dominic Reyes said no, and Jan Blachowicz, I beat him to an oblivion. They don't want to see me.
You got to have a certain amount of confidence to go out and do what you just did. But is that how you pictured the fight? Did you see something in Johnny Walker that you thought you could get him out of there and in that type of fashion?
Well, 100%. I knew I could take him down, you know, and we also knew if you look back at his past fights, he doesn't have a chin. It looks incredible because he's doing all the jumping and spinning and all that hip stuff, and everybody back up. They timid, they scared, they don't want to get hit. When you got a no F attitude, you're gonna go out there and say, I'm either gonna get knocked out or I'm gonna knock him out, and I know it's a chance of getting hit. That's when you open up opportunities to hit him, and we knew if I put my hands on him, he would get wobbled.
You certainly enjoyed yourself after the fight. You did the worm. You were doing some hip thrusts. I don't even know what some of those things were. I will say that on social media, some people said, you know, was that in poor taste? Did you regret any of that, or did you feel like you were completely justified in the way you celebrated that fight?
No, I completely regret all of it. Every single bit of it, because that's not who I am. Right. If you know Corey Anderson, like I said before, I apologize. If you see this one, you know my fans, my family, all the athletes. As a college coach, I was a college coach once. And I told my athletes, you always act like you've been there. Win, lose, or draw, shake their hand. Be a good sport about it. So I apologize to that. I apologize to Johnny, my team, my family, and everybody that's seen that. Yes, that was very poor of me. That's not who I am. But when you had a lot of animosity built up and stuff like that, sometimes things just happen. You know, at the time, it was in my mind, like if I beat him, I was going to do that stuff. And then I told myself I wouldn't, and it just happened. So I apologize.
Where do you think you go from this fight? Prior to this fight, you said even if you won, you didn't think the UFC would give you a title shot. Do you still feel that way even after that performance?
I just had to be logical. You know, I didn't want to be before the fight thinking I deserve a title fight, being entitled, and then go out there and look past Johnny, but 100%, give me my strap. I need that.
I can remember, you know, looking back, December of last year, that is when I felt like you had the chip on your shoulder. When that fight card moved from Las Vegas to California because of Jon Jones, you were not happy about that. You voiced your displeasure on it. You weren't happy with Jon Jones. Is that animosity still there, or is all that water under bridge at this point?
Still there. You know, it is with the UFC, whatever, that is what it is. But my anger towards Jon is still there, you know, because, like I said, after the media, when I was in college, oh, shit, not Gregor. First loss, knockout. My bad, excuse me. But when I was in college, my brother told me, you got that Jon Jones attitude. When he was the youngest champ, like, you don't give a fuck, this is this, but you be respectful, this is this. And I get to a level and realize he ain't what we thought he was. It pissed me off. Like I'm apologizing now for my actions. Because if there's any kids out there watching me, I want them to know that was wrong. I don't want you to ever do that. You be a sport about it. So to be at the level where I can see the way he acting, the way he treats people and all that different stuff, and now knowing his personal life is aired out, it's kind of like, bro, you was just a fraud. All those years that I thought you was the one, you know, you was a fraud. And I want to be that one that the kids can look up to, a true champ, you know, professional. You know, I'm not going to be entitled. I don't think I deserve anything different than anybody else. I'm going to be professional and treat everybody the same. And that's the way it should be with everybody.
So last question, what do you do after a win like this? Do you call up the UFC? Do you want a meeting with them on Monday, or do you let them come to you with whatever they want next?
I let my manager handle that, and I go back to my tree stand doing what I do. I'm a hunter. I'm a family man. I'm going to spend time with my family, go hunt. And when my phone rings, I'll answer with my manager, and we'll go from there.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and special content, subscribe to ESPN+.